Hi guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Raw and Uncut. The previous video you engaged pretty well and it is doing quite amazing on YouTube. So you can always subscribe and like and share with your friends, and your feedback is most welcome. I'm your host Vera Alberta, and today we are going to be looking at some of the people who have how would I put it, they have not gotten the recognition that the anchors do get. So today we are going to be looking at James, and he is a studio technical operator at Cape Media Limited. Let's get his story.
My name is Andrew James. I'm an STO, in full meaning studio technical operator. Basically, my work is to take care of everything in the studio, mostly the cameras, framing the anchors, giving the shots, communicating with the director, with the anchor, times, making sure the studio is in order for each and every show that comes up.
Many people know about you guys. They just assume there's a camera person in the background, but they don't really know you guys, so they don't recognize you as much.
Recognition is recognition, so it is good to be recognized, whether you're in this field or the other. But yeah, behind those beautiful faces you see on the screen, there are people who do that work. There are people who frame those cameras. There are people who make sure they appear looking as beautiful as they are. STO is just a workstation that is given that name, but STOs are people who have gone to school to maybe do journalism and majored in camera work. So basically, we are camera people. Just that in a media house, there must be camera people in different departments.
What has been your worst experience working as a studio operator, technical operator?
For me, I would say that working as an STO, okay, there are many bad experiences depending on one, but working as an STO, I would say that maybe there are those days that maybe naamka tu na you just don't feel like, but you have to because you are there from early morning till late.
Everybody has that one person they want to work with. So who would you like to really work with in the in production, like news production and programs production, something of the sort?
Fields like film production, there are many, but in the field of media, I will say maybe just work, have a contact with other media stations and see what, maybe exchange ideas and all that.
Have you ever worked with news anchors or hosts who you think are troublesome, and how was the experience, and how do you handle such a situation?
Human beings, we all have those bad days and good days. So when it happens that maybe the STU and the anchors have both bad days, it will not be easy to work together, but circumstances will allow us to work together, because after all, the viewer doesn't know what is happening on the ground. What they're seeing is what matters to them. So by the end of the day, we must work together in order to give the best output for the company.
Instances when there are blackouts and anything can happen. So what would happen if there's a technical hitch in studio, the lights are not there, but you need to give the viewer something?
It can go off, but having a generator it is a normal thing for a media house, because a media house runs like 24/7. So in instances where lights go off and the gen maybe has malfunctioned, that now has there's somebody in that department who knows what to do, where to go, or who knows what actions to take. But me as an STO in the studio, I don't have much to do other than make sure the equipment in the studio with the cameras, the extensions, are off in cases that electricity comes back to prevent further damage.
There are, like, you spend most of the day with your colleagues. Have you ever been tempted, like, to maybe katia one of them, get into a relationship with one of them? Have you ever been tempted?
So you see, working in a media house is very beautiful, because it has beautiful people like the anchors. But basically, when working in such a place, you must be able to know between work and a social life, and you must differentiate, because work ethics are important in such a career. But we are human beings. Sometimes you might be tempted to be more than friends with your colleague. But like I said, work ethics are very important.
Now that you've spoken about work ethic and all that, do you think you can date someone you are working with? Ama already una date mtu una work naye?
From my perspective, it all depends with an individual and whomever you want to date in your workstation. But for me, I wouldn't find it comfortable working with someone that I'm dating in the same workstation, because
unaogopa nini?
Sikuogopa jamani.
Unaogopa nini?
Najua when you are in a relationship with someone, basically you wouldn't want them to be too close to your other colleagues, but
nyinyi wanaume mnakuanga tricky sana.
Tunakuanga jealous, but sasa venye tutakane kuonyesha hivi, but
nyinyi wanaume
so
tuamini.
For me personally, I wouldn't go for, but both of you are mature. I believe that's something that can work.
Okay, but are you dating right now?
What I can say is, guys, find love. It is a beautiful thing. Find love. It is a very beautiful
thing. So you are dating.
Mkubali kupendwa. Kazi ya Rose iko pump down peke yake. I am a sneakers plug, especially the youth ones, the Gen Z ones. I sell shoes. For more info, you can contact me.
Okay, so we'll sure do that. Thank you so much for granting us this interview. Perhaps if you could show us, a snippet of what you do in the studio, we'd be grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and of course you can always subscribe, like, and share with your friends, and also leave a comment so that we can know where to improve on and who you want us to interview. I've been your host, Vera Alberta, and this has been Raw and Uncut.